Good morning and welcome home. Please join us in singing I Am Home.
I am home, I am home. I have traveled far along this road, and now I'm home. Shalom, shalom. In the love of God, I am home. I am home. I am home. I have traveled far along this road, and now I'm home. Shalom, shalom. In the love of God, I am home.
Good morning and welcome to Unity, spirituality with open hearts and open minds. And can you believe it's Thanksgiving week already? Whoa! Lane and I head out this afternoon and get to the airport hotel tonight, and then we have an early morning flight tomorrow to fly down to Texas, to Dallas, to be with our 3 daughters and their children and grandchildren. So it'll be our children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. And they're doing a big family reunion where they're gathering from all over the Dallas area. So it'll be a wonderful Thanksgiving. And I just can't believe it's already here.
I know.
And then Festival of Lights, whoa, which is always such a wonderful time to share and to collaborate together to co-create something really special that we invite the community to. And there are always people who come and then go, oh, this looks like a pretty cool place, and then come back. So we open our doors, our hearts to welcome the community in. And with that, I'd like to open this Thanksgiving service with Gifts from the Heart by Elizabeth Searle Lamb. And then we will light our Christ candle and sing. What have I to give? Ready for the giving, the gift of joy that lights a shadowed spot, the gift of perceptive praise, doubled when unexpected. There is the gift of faith, wrapped in action, perhaps. There is perhaps action wrapped and ribboned with words, or deep hidden within a quiet prayer. There is the gift of love, a gift which in the giving is the gift of myself. Oh, I am rich with gifts, and I am constantly made richer by the giving. And in that consciousness, let us light our Christ light and sing, Come Light of God, as we remember the divine in all of us and in all of life. Come light, light of God, give light to creation, enlighten our hearts and remain with your world. Come light, light of God, give light to creation, enlighten our hearts and remain with your world. And who are we? We're an authentic, transformative, spiritual community centered in God. We co-create a world that works for all. And in celebration of that this day, we have a special altar, and you'll be coming forward later in the service to receive a gift that I'll explain. And after we do the prayer time and before the special music, we're going to do a special blessing of our beloved prayer chaplains who brings so much love and prayer and consciousness and compassion to this ministry and to all of our lives. But first, let's stand and unite our voices in singing Quiet Waters All Around Me.
Quiet waters all around me, quiet thoughts prepare the way, quiet light aglow within me, growing brighter as I pray. Visions in my mind are clearer, drawing nearer every day. With each taste of sweet fulfillment, I give thanks each time I pray. Ever knowing mine to guide my way till day is done. Through the night you're ever present till I meet the morning sun. As I feel you there beside me, I know what to do and say. Love and blessings flowing through me. This is my Thanksgiving Day.
When I was growing up, I would go with my friend to Catholic Mass. Originally, it was in Latin, but I loved the energy of the sacred space. And one of the things they did was they offered each other the peace. So I invite you to turn to those around you and in an ancient tradition, bless those around you with peace. 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 And now please be seated. Wasn't that wonderful? Good ancient tradition.
They asked me to turn it off for the announcements, so. Turn it down a bit. Could you turn me down a bit, please? So.
I'm the sound guy.
Okay, sound guy. I didn't know how to start. Other than the fact that, like Pam, Teresa and I are taking off. This is the first time that we've gone at the same time. We try not to do this, but my family has invited us down to Arizona for 4 days, and so we're going to go down to Arizona this coming up weekend. So everything is being crammed, soups, cookies, all that's getting crammed into this short period of time. And there's lots going on here at the church at the same time, Festival of Lights, et cetera, et cetera. And I got in this morning, and there was a kerfunkle here and a kerfunkle there and another kerfunkle and then another conversation. And pretty soon I go like, I just got to stop and take a breath. And then I thought, what a great place to come and take a breath. The kirtan that we had yesterday, and I wasn't able to go because I was doing all these other things, it was a rousing success. However, in the process, all of our equipment gets moved to a different place, the chairs get rearranged, and so there was a big scramble trying to get all that put together this morning as we try to get back into what would be, we consider normal. But not to fear, I did work on my little communication with you, and it's really about getting ready for this Thanksgiving season and also taking a look at all the abundance of blessings in the middle of this chaos and self-created kerfunkles. You know, Spirit is not overwhelmed by any of this stuff. In fact, Spirit is the place to go to be underwhelmed by all this stuff. Thanksgiving. Gratitude is essential in the creative process. The creative process is taught by Unity and New Thought is that we have an abundant universe. It's here to support us into whatever we want it to be. It's how we perceive that universe is how that universe outpitches to ourselves. So if Spirit is there guiding our steps, and we're looking for a universe or a world that works for all, then that's where our steps would take us. In whatever fashion that may be, small, big, doesn't matter. That's the steps we would take. So gratitude or thanksgiving is one of the keys to that engine, because until we believe and then get help with our unbeliefs, our yes buts and our little blockages and all those kinds of my experiences. Well, it never worked that way. Why would it work that way now? Well, guess what? It does work that way now when we change our thinking and change how we deal with it. So I was going to read this thing about how that connection, but that doesn't need to be done. However, I do want to read you this. The year that is drawing to a close has been filled with blessings of fruitful fields and healthful skies. To these boundaries, which are so constantly enjoyed, we are prone to forget the source from which they are come. Others have been added, which are so extraordinarily a nature that they cannot fail to penetrate and soften the heart, which is habitually insensitive to all the habitually insensitive to the ever watchful province of Spirit. It has seemed to me fit and proper that there should be solemnly and reverently and gratefully acknowledged as a one heart, a one voice by the whole American people. I do therefore invite my fellow citizens in every part of the United States, and all those who are at sea, and those who are sojourning in a distant land, to set aside and observe the last Thursday of November, as the next Thanksgiving, and praise to our benefactor for all that comes from his hand. That was Abraham Lincoln. I think it was 1890 something on there. So we just come through, we're in the middle of this civil distress, huge civil distress in this country, civil war. And what Lincoln saw is beyond the out-picturing, beyond all of the horror that was going on, that we are totally blessed. And that blessing comes from not us, but comes from a higher power. And he said, that's the reason. That's the reason we should be thankful. And all the rest will come together. And this came across my screen, and I wanted to share it because it's kind of the affirmation. It's from Psalms. It says, "Oh, give thanks to the Lord. What a joy to sing a song of thanksgiving through the day and through the night. What a blessing to keep that song on our lips through times of trial and triumph. Why? Because we never navigate this life alone. The guiding wisdom of the infinite directs our path. Oh, give thanks. The pure love of the Creator attracts to you all that is right for you. Oh, give thanks. The power of the divine lifts you above whatever is intended to knock you down. Oh, give thanks. The faith of Spirit keeps your gaze ever upward, looking to the source who makes all things possible. Oh, give thanks. The strength of God keeps you strong as it rescues you from all forms of weakness. Oh, give thanks. This day and all days, keep words of thanksgiving on your lips and gratitude in your heart for the gift of another moment to live, to laugh, and to simply pick yourself up again. Oh, give thanks. And that goes right along with today's daily word. How about that? I gratefully take my place in an abundant world. Today, I renew my appreciation for the world's abundance, from my personal belongings to inspiring public places to the wonders of the natural world. Abundance surrounds me. It can be easy to take things for granted, especially when the needs and obligations of daily life usurp my energy and my attention. My focus is the key. As I fill my senses with the beauty and the goodness that surrounds me, I feel gratitude for the world's bounty anew. God is the source of the abundance of my life. I am grateful for the goodness and for the grace of God that blesses the world and expresses the point of me. I live abundantly, grateful for all that I've given, all that I have been given, and for my opportunity to give back. I live abundantly, grateful for all that I've been given and my opportunity to give back. And from Philippians, and my God will fully satisfy every need of yours according to his riches in the glory of the Christ. I gratefully take my place in an abundant world and say, thank you, God. So it is. Amen.
So now we're blessed to center into a time of prayer and meditation together. I invite you to settle in the sanctuary that we're blessed to share, but journeying into the inner sanctuary. That's that place where you commune with the divine presence in your very own soul and being. Sanctuary.
Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, open-hearted, tried and true, with thanksgiving. I am a living sanctuary for you. Love, prepare me to be a sanctuary, open-hearted, tried and true, with thanksgiving. I am a living sanctuary for you.
Just slow and deepen your breathing. Let your physical body relax. Let your mind still. Let your heart be held in tender embrace. And And let your soul be celebrated for its journey of life. We abide in deep gratitude for all of the wonders of this earth and beyond. All we need do is look at the infinite variety of nature all around us and the infinite expanse of sky above our heads with lights by day and night to remember divine presence. It's all around us. It's the energy field in which we live and move and have our being. It abides within you, as you, and expresses through you as you shine your light onto the world each and every day. We give thanks for this life journey, for all that has brought us to this moment, all of the blessings here and now, and in faithful grace, those that are yet to come. Feel that flow of life as just part of one energy, from before your first breath and after you take the final breath. That energy of life and divine presence and the unique spark that your soul is something to forever be grateful for. We sometimes are grateful at times when something big happens, but some of the sweetest moments are when we notice the little things, the tiny things, the beauty in nature, the love radiating from the eyes of someone near and dear, the power of prayer to unite us as one. Yesterday, I put some bird seed out for some little birds that were singing in the tree next to my car. And when I went out this morning, right on the window by where I would open the door lay a little tiny white feather. And I accepted the gift and sent them my love and blessings. I'm so glad I noticed and didn't rush and miss that. Oh, we rush too often. Notice the little feathers that Spirit leaves all along your way every day of your life. So bring yourself exactly as you are, and your life exactly as it is right now, and infill it with gratitude as you receive a blessing of the ordinary from Circle of Grace by Jan Richardson. Receive these words. Let these words lay themselves like a blessing upon your head, your shoulders, as if like hands they could pass on to you what you most need for this day. As if they could anoint you not merely for the path ahead, but for this ordinary moment that opens itself to you. Opens itself like another hand that unfurls itself, that reaches out to gather these words in the bowl of its palm. You may think this blessing lives within these words, but I tell you it lives in the opening and in the reaching. It lives in the ache where this blessing begins. It lives in the hollow made by the place where the hands of this blessing meet. Allow this blessing to settle upon you at every level of being. Allow peace to infill every level of being. And now in this place of presence and compassion and grace, I invite you to share all of the prayers that are yours this day, spoken or held silently in this sacred space, your Anamkara, your soul family, in the midst of ordinary life, holds you near and dear and uplifts your prayers with you and with open arms waits to see the response that comes in miraculous and amazing ways. Let us pray. We bring into these prayers all of those entrusted to our High Watch prayer chaplains. We bring into these prayers all of those who open and ask us to pray for them in this moment. We unite our prayers as prayers of peace for those all around the world, as well as those in our country, our community, our families, and our circles of faith. Allow your heart overflow with gratitude, knowing that as you have prayed, so it is already being made real in, through, and as you, and as the beauty of the world and the loving presence of those who surround you. On this week of Thanksgiving, open in gratitude for your life. And as we prepare to end this time together of prayer and meditation, receive the blessing of the prayer to the Home of Peace by John Philip Newell in Praying with the Earth. To the home of peace, to the field of love, to the land where forgiveness and right relationship meet, we look, O God, with longing for earth's children, with compassion for earth's creatures, with hearts breaking for the nations and people we love. Open up to vision we have never known. Strengthen us for self-givings we have never made before. Delight us with a oneness we could never have imagined, that we may truly be born of you, makers of peace. Sanctuary.
Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, open-hearted, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I am a living sanctuary for you. Love, prepare me to be a sanctuary, open-hearted, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I am a living sanctuary for you.
And so it is. Om, amen, and blessed be. And now I'd like to invite our High Watch prayer chaplains to come forward. And as we do so, I'm going to light the lights. David, will you light the candles? Because these are the lights of our spiritual community, and we love and bless them. Thank you. Oh. And come forward, and you can stand all around the Thanksgiving altar. Sharon, that we've got a couple of people that are going to have trouble, so just come around the altar here. Yeah. We've got a couple of people that might have a little trouble getting up and down the steps. So just surround us here on the altar. Yeah. Yeah, just fine. And face everybody out there. Here are most of our prayer chaplains. They include Teresa Goldsmith, who's our lead chaplain, David Goldsmith, Mary Dean, Sky Dempster, Shakti Diest, Zilpha Elliott, Diane Vox, Ida Wingrove, Sharon Wensler, Beverly Michelson, Kaya Hubbard, and Helma Gump. So I'd like to do a blessing. So join me in this blessing of the chaplains. It is my deepest privilege and my heartfelt joy to welcome you as you continue in service to our Unity High Watch Prayer Chaplain team. I honor the rich gifts you bring to this sacred calling and celebrate your dedication to this spiritual path. I offer you this prayer in profound gratitude that together we get to hold the light of unity. Beloved soul sister and soul brother, from this moment you shall not walk alone, for the presence of God in fullness of expression abides with you always and forever. May you see it in the beauty of nature all around you. May you experience it in loving connection to those who cross your path. And may you see it shining clearly forth from your own eyes. May this path of service remind you you are equally blessed and blessing. May your willingness to be the light of the world bring the warmth of love, the illumination of wisdom, and the radiance of spirit to all of your days. May you know that your soul is honored, your presence is celebrated, and your shared gifts are deeply appreciated. Abide in peace always. And so it is. So I invite all of you to join me in giving them a blessing, and it's, I love you, I bless you, I'm grateful for you, I behold the Christ in you. I love you, I bless you, I'm grateful for you, and I behold the Christ in you. And in honor of that, Sharon, can I step in right through here? Sure. Thank you. And I have special Roku hearts with different things on them that are gifts for the chaplains in honor. So just select one. You're welcome. We've got a bunch of them. We've got a couple of duplicates, but a lot of different ones. Okay, so place these on your heart and look out to this circle of people, those seen and unseen, and take this token forward as a reminder of how much you holding us all in your hearts means to each and every one of us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, yay! Applause. Oh. And now, as you all sit down, we'll have the musicians come up, and they're going to sing a special song that's in dedication to all of you. Decided it's time to dedicate it to the chaplains.
Of morning, songbirds wakening call, tender green furrows, fresh carpeted by the dew, incense of pine groves, slow rains, silent fall. All good things call us to you. Father, all things remind us of your loving kindness, always before and behind us are you. Only your arms enfold us, protect us, and hold us. Thank you for all that you do. Warm sun-graced meadow, cool stream trickling by, mighty white mountains, their stately spires in the blue. Stillness at twilight, love stars twinkling eye. All good things call us to you. Father, all things remind us of your loving kindness, always before and behind us are you. Only your arms enfold us, protect us, and hold us. Thank you for all that you do. Cool light of morning, songbirds wakening call, tender green furrows, fresh carpeted by the dew, incense of pine groves, slow rain, silent fall. All good things call us to you.
Thank you. Wasn't that wonderful to have Diane and Trudy back? Yay! Yes. Yay! As you were playing, Clara, and Trudy and Diane were singing, I went, oh, the three magi. At Unity, we've had magi of all different sizes, forms, and shapes. And we even did one Christmas where the children that were supposed to be part of the Christmas pageant, this is back when we were at the Masonic Hall, got the flu. So we lost Mary and Joe, we lost Mary and an angel and a shepherd and a magi. And so the adults filled in. And my favorite part was Robin Bessier's mother played Mary, and she was in her early 80s, and Joseph was 6. It was adorable. Talk about taking the stereotypes and dropping them out of their boxes. It was joyful. It brought a whole nother level of joy and understanding of how universal the message of Jesus and Magdalene and the Christian faith is. It's about love, about realizing you're always blessed and blessing, that it's not about outer appearances, about how you respond, how you see, even in the most shadowed times, the little glimmerings of light that are always there. There's no way I could have planned a nativity that would have looked like that. But Spirit came up creatively. And don't you love that? One of the things I've learned is that when I am in real gratitude, that amazing blessings come in unexpected ways. Like the little tiny feather right there on that little rubber strip that's right where the window goes up and down. That was so, I knew what it was. It was so sweet. And I was so grateful that Unity helped me to really look to find the blessings always. I worked as a nurse. I did pediatric ICU. I did emergency. I did case management. And then I became a chaplain and then a minister. So I have walked through some shadowed times with people, but always in the midst of it is something that's a shining light to be grateful for. The loving presence of someone is there. When I first wanted to be a minister, my parents said, no. When I first wanted to be a nurse, my parents said, no. You're too tender-hearted. It'll tear you apart. And those of you who are nurses understand, no, it means that you are willing to be present with someone who's going through something difficult. And in doing that, you are always supported. And I said, I can't not do it. Then when I decided I was going to be a minister, Dad, who had completely turned away from religion, classic religion, I said, I'm thinking about going to ministerial school. And he said, the one thing I know, I'm toward the end of my life now. And he said, the things that you will regret are not the things you did, it's the things that you didn't do. And he said, if this is calling you, do it, follow it, be grateful for it. And he actually came on Easter Sunday and blessed me, and I turned in my application to ministerial school within the month. So that presence, things to be grateful for all around us, and coming to table together. Coming to table is an ancient tradition. I've shared before that one of the things in the ancient times of the Hebrew people is if you shared table with someone, you could do them no harm. It was a way that people traveling could find a safe place. So if you got to somebody's tent and they wouldn't invite you to the table, you went someplace else because there was a covenant. And it's not by accident that that covenant gets brought into the New Testament with Jesus as his final gift. That final gift in the upper room to his inner circle, and there were a number gathered there, was a table. They shared a meal, and then he said, let me take these symbols of water and bread and remind you that I'll always be with you no matter what. Elements that were not something that were precious that only the richest could afford, elements that everyone could have. I always loved the little Indian and pilgrim ritual that we did when I was in elementary school, where we all sat down and shared table, dressed like pilgrims and Indians. And I know our history is much more complex and dark, but in the midst of that, there was a moment where people shared table and looked and saw one another. In the Grail legends, it said that the knights were all gathered around the round table with Arthur, and they were kibitzing about who's the best, who gets to sit at Arthur's right hand, just like the disciples ended up doing with Jesus. Who gets to sit there? And he said, "You're missing the point." Well, they're sitting around, and suddenly this light appears in the center of the table from up above, and it comes down until it shines right in the middle of the table. And in that light, the Holy Grail appears. And the legend that I love the most came from the 12th century out of a book I found of ancient stories around the Grail. And it said that as they looked at one another through the light in the center of the table, they each saw each other as they truly were. Jealousies fell away, criticism fell away. They saw each other as souls on this journey together, looking at each other through that light. I love that. So we have a table today. All of you will be sharing table this coming week, hopefully on Thursday, with a circle of people that you love, with one person you love. Maybe it's your cat or your dog or your bird. Even if you are doing a meal alone, which there are times we each do, take a moment and close your eyes and bring around your table all the people that you love and would like to have be part of that moment. Just do that, and then when you open your eyes, you'll realize you truly never walk alone. You're part of a community. The living example of Jesus said, "Be in the world, but not of the world." And people tend to leap to the not of the world. Oh, I'm going to be spiritual and heaven's out there. His whole message was be in the world. How people forget the first half of the sentence has always baffled me. Embodiment, living presence is what it's all about. To be at table, whether it's a physical table or just the table of the line at QFC. Allow yourself the gift of recognizing that you are there to be in the world, to embody the presence of the divine, but also to ensoul it and to see things at a higher level of consciousness. Meister Eckhart has one of my favorite quotes. "The only prayer you need to say in your whole life is thank you. That will suffice." Thank you. Being in gratitude. Marianne Williamson says, "Gratitude is one of those things that no one disagrees with." That's something, isn't it? Something nobody disagrees with. What a concept. But the obviousness of a concept like you should always say thank you actually hides an entire world of possibilities. There's something about the expression of gratitude that opens doors that do not open otherwise. Myrtle Fillmore, founder of Unity, said, "Heaven and earth listen and respond to the soul that is quickened in praise and thanksgiving." And her husband, Charles, "Those of us who have discovered that man has been endowed by God with every good thing find that by rejoicing, thanksgiving, and gratitude, we open the door to higher things." H. Emily Cady in Lessons in Truth, another Unity classic. "There is something beyond the mental act of thanksgiving that seems to carry the human mind far beyond the region of doubt into the clear atmosphere of faith and trust where all things are possible." And then Eric Butterworth in Discover the Power Within You, a quote that we used this last month several times. He's the one that inspired Oprah. That book inspired Oprah with metaphysics. Bless everything, and your life will be blessed with riches heretofore undreamed of. Bless everything. And so we're going to do a ritual here, and you're going to take home a little bag. Each one of these bags has 5 kernels of corn in it. And there's a reason. And I came in the other day and counted 5 kernels into every one of these bags and blessed them. So as I counted 5, I think I did 70 or 80 of them. So 5 kernels of corn. So in a little while, you'll come up to get one of these bags, and this is the little handout that goes with it that will explain what it means so that you can take it home and it can be part of your Thanksgiving celebration. So this represents the circle of life, and the 5 kernels, each one represents an aspect of being. The first kernel of corn represents the east and the element of fire, the coming of light with energy, inspiration, and vision. The second kernel represents the south and the element of earth, the power of foundation and family and friends. The third is the west, the element of water, and it's the faith to be willing to embrace the mystery of the unknown. The fourth is north and represents air, where the star is ever above to guide and inspire you. And the fifth one is the center element, the element of ethos, of spirit. It's the eternal presence of spirit. So it's the elemental kingdoms, it's the directions, it's the blessing of the archangels, and each one is symbolic of being in gratitude for that which inspires you, that which grounds you, that which allows you to journey into the mystery, that which reminds you you've ever guided along the way, and the presence of spirit within you and all around you. So that is the reason there are 5 kernels of corn. The directions and the elements are a little different because I come from a Celtic background, and so it's a little different than the Native Americans. So it's not that I got it wrong, because I've studied the Native American too, but this one comes from the Celtic, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm doing it wrong. And then I went to a workshop about the She, who are the elemental spirits from the Celtic lands, and this is the exact order that they do it in. And I was like, thank you, confirmation, I wasn't crazy. So the tradition of the Celts and the She are on the sheet. And so let's bless the kernels first of all. May the hearth be gladdened by the laughter of children, by the kinship of clan, by the wisdom of elders, by the memory of souls passing by the joy of souls yet to be born. No word or thought to darken the day, no remembrance or sorrow to trammel the night, but sun, moon, and stars to brighten the gathering, songs, smiles, and stories to share their delight, the blessings for one and for all. And so it is. And just because I thought you might want it, on the handout, you will also have that prayer that's the blessing of the kernels. So if you'd like, you can do that at your own Thanksgiving feast. So I invite you to come forward And I'm going to use the Iona invitation as I welcome you because you know that's one of my spiritual home bases. This table is not of the church, but of God. It is to be made ready for those who love God and who want to love God more. So come, you who have much faith and you who have little. You who have been here often and you who have not. You who have tried to follow and you who have gone astray. You who have been included and you who have been in exile. Come, not because I invite you to this table, but because the presence of God does. And so, Clara, can you just do a little on the piano, and I invite you to come forward and to get a little bag, your little treasure of 5 blessed kernels of corn, and the little handout to go with it. So just come on forward.
So I have a request that you line up in the center of the room and then exit out the sides. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody! Yay! Woo! And there are a few more here on the table. If you'd like to take an extra one or a couple for families so you can give them those on Thanksgiving Day, please feel free to come up, and I just trust that the right people will come forward, get the right number, and they'll go forth in the world to bless. So thank you, and now we're going to do a song. Blessings on this day. Why don't you stand? Now that you got your kernels of corn, you should have lots of energy.
Blessings on this day, on all who gather here. Blessings on the food we eat, prepared by hands so dear. Blessings on this day, and as we gather near. Blessings on our time together, now and through the year. Blessings on this day, and all the time we share. Blessings on the words we speak with kind and loving care. Blessings on this day, until our time is done. Blessings on our friends and families, blessings everyone. Blessings on our friends and families, blessings everyone.
Please be seated.
What a perfect segue to step into that time in our service where we receive the offerings. And we, we bless it as we do each week. And I keep saying the same thing every week almost about how it really is about us. It's really about you. God can't work to us what God can't work through us. And the blessing of these gifts is God working through us. And then we share that out again. So join me and we'll bless our offering. Hold it in your hand or in your heart or in your mind. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful indeed.
I am so blessed.
We don't have any.
I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for
am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
We didn't have the baskets out, so you got to sing the song through a couple of times extra. There we go.
We are so blessed. Oh, yeah. You know, Spirit has such a great humor. Sense of humor. Oh, we are so blessed. And, you know, this time of year, it's really easy to feel that sometimes. And sometimes this is the darkest moments of the year for others. And so we receive these gifts, we send them forward that those dark spaces and times be eliminated for all of us, for each of us, across the planet. And how do we do that? We do that through the recognition of the Spirit within, with our light, designed by our Creator to shine out. And in that shining of the light, there can be no darkness. So let's be the shadow eliminators this season. And perhaps just helping another, either intentionally or by accident. Perhaps it's just a helping hand, or here, take my place in line, or I'll buy you a cup of coffee. Reaching out to another. You know, we're designed to be blessed, and we're designed to be blessing. And as we do that, we create heaven on earth. And if we did it across the planet, we would create heaven on earth in our lifetime. And so it is. Amen. We are so blessed. Pam, I'll just set this up for you. Okay, well, I'm going to leave my mic on. I'm sorry, but we've got announcements. The other thing is, I think we better go this side here. I am going to invite people up to talk about the Festival of Lights, Mr. Glenn, but I will get out of the way when that moment comes. Trust me. All right. No feedback in this operation. So last week we passed out this, we set this basket up back on the table, and this provides the opportunity to help the 7 families that are living in transitional housing over on Haines Street. And your gifts are converted into a gift certificate, and we provide Thanksgiving dinner for those families. And those are some dark place families. They're going through something, or they wouldn't be there. So this is our way of reaching out and say, hey, we care. So I'm going to put that basket back there, and then Mary Dean will convert this cash into gift certificates and make sure they're distributed to those 7 households. And for those who contributed last week, thank you very much. You don't know how much difference that really makes. And I've been there when those certificates have been distributed, and I've been there seeing the joy on those faces. You know, it's hard to witness at times. Anyway, so they got that going. We're going to talk about Festival of Lights, and I'm going to get 2 ladies up here to help me out. But before I do that, I stole this sheet. Boy, I need more room up here, Pam. Holy cow. This looks like my home office, which happens to be in my living room, which is even worse. Okay, here we go. This particular clipboard here, or not clipboard, but this sheet right here, has places for people to help on Friday and Saturday. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble or whipped or what. Help on Friday or Saturday to both sell cookies. I know. At least you didn't bang over my head. Thank you, Glenn. I appreciate it. Sell cookies and to serve soup and sell soup and all that. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 spots. About a 3-hour stint for each one of those spots. No past experience required. That's the advantage of this thing. You get a new skill set if you don't already know. Anyway, these happen to be all blank except for 2 people. So I'm just going to go back out on those sign-up sheets back on that outside table in the foyer. No. So these are, please take advantage of that. It's 3 or 4 hours out of your time on Friday or Saturday, and we can't do it without it. We're going to have people here that won't be able to have soup or be able to buy cookies. And that would be a downer because I'm making a bunch of cookies. So anyway, that goes out there. And the other thing is, before I invite these 2 ladies up here, this one on this clipboard is a sign-up sheet for the upcoming event at Key City Public Theater. It's a benefit for Unity Church. It's a play called Bake to Alaska, and last week I talked about what all that looks like. It's exciting. It's going to be great. It's just, I know the playwright, and it's going to be funny, warm, and meaningful. And we have the whole theater to fill up. So I'm going to invite you and all of your friends that you, or significant others, family members, whatever, and I'll put the sign-up sheet out there, and then I'll catch up with you to collect the cash later on. The tickets are $30 for adults, $15 for another seat, that is a child under 18, and if it's a lap child, no problem. It doesn't cost you nothing. So, all right, those are all the announcements I have, other than to call up. Well, I know all the announcements that I have. She's not me. I'm me. Jan, would you like to come here for a second? Oh, the play is the 19th. Excuse me. Thursday the 19th at 5:30 p.m. It's on this sheet, by the way. Thursday the 19th at 5. It's a blue light special. Just in case. We're going to be able to get home before really dark. Okay, Jan, Glenn, you got 30 seconds to sing, my dear. Go for it.
Hi, I'm Jan Sprague, and I'm one of the co-leaders of the silent auction. Can everybody hear me?
Yep.
I guess I'm hearing an echo. And Bianca's the other leader. We've had lots of donations, which I'm very grateful for, but we would like more. So if you have that prized possession that you think it's time for me to let it go, we would love to have it part of the auction, silent auction. Also, if you have a gift of service that you could give or have a dinner, there's a wide variety of things, and I will be out there to help you talk about what you could possibly bring to the tables of the silent auction.
So, Jan, here, I happen to have here a gift certificate for the 25-26 season of Key City Public Theater.
Oh! Woo!
So put that in your auction. Janelle? Hey.
I'm Janelle, and this is Alfie, and oh my gosh, oh look at, yes.
You have to be really careful with that mic facing the speaker, so back up a little, please.
Sorry.
She's just excited, Glenn.
Can you hear me without?
No, the people on Zoom can't.
Hear me and all these Zoom can't. Oh, Zoom can't, oh, Zoom, I'm so sorry, Zoom.
And you can sit down now. Thank you. It's a it's a surprise. We have a surprise, and I'm just so excited. So somebody asked me to do baskets. I said, "Oh, I love baskets. Who doesn't love baskets?" So we're going to do this year a whole bunch of baskets. And Alfie wants you to know that we have lots of ideas. I'm a terribly, wonderfully excited person, as you can see. And I'm full of ideas, but I'm not full of good wrappings. So those of you that have good wrappings and like to play with wrappings, come and help my elves. Oh, where are you, elves? Oh my gosh. Oh, look. Everybody you know what? Alfie hides around and he's very mischievous. How many of you know that you have elves at your house? They sneak around and they do weird things like lose your keys. They take your glasses. Oh yeah. And they do all kinds of little weird things. You go to the store and they don't put in your cart. They take out of the cart what you really needed. That's why you went there. And suddenly you get home and you realize, oh, that elf, that mischievous elf did it again. So anyway, but elves can be really fun and elves can be really helpful. All week long I've been seeing what my elves have been doing, and they've gone into my little cracks and crannies, and they found all these fun things. Oh, where is it? Where's my fun things? There's something. Oh, here, he hid it under. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Look at this. Isn't this a fun basket? What would you think about this? To me, this says whimsy. What does it say to you? Huh? Funny. Yeah, or that's kind of natural and twisty like an old tree. Oh, anyway, we have lots. We have over 20 baskets, all sizes and shapes, all colors and fun to fill up. And we're going to be giving them away with the raffle tickets. Well, I think if I'm right, and once an hour, there's going to be a raffle call, and so all of you will have a chance. Now, there's a lot of ideas that I have about baskets. One of the things are like, who really is struggling to be able to laugh and play at this time of the year? Sometimes, this year especially, we've had a lot of changes happening, and, it's sometimes difficult to remain funny and playful. So who needs a little help to have more fun? Oh, good. This is a little cheesy, but maybe that'll make you laugh a little. And who wouldn't love, I'm not supposed to walk around. Who wouldn't love a trip to Hawaii? Who would like, oh, yes. Oh, sorry. I'm going to have to walk around a little later. And who doesn't love, sweet things? Oh my gosh. And oh my goodness. Here's those glasses, one of those pairs of glasses that Alfie, who loses their glasses? Who loves to read and somehow they just can't find those glasses? Oh my gosh, sometimes we just need to be reminded. We need to be reminded that we're full of love. We have value. Some days we might feel down. We might feel lonely or sad for whatever reasons. And this is just a good reminder. So I want to thank you all and bring all your goodies. I'm going to have this basket right here. Just a minute, Jim. I have a basket. And everybody's asking, what do I do with the stuff I'm bringing? And we have a couple of weeks to bring a lot of stuff. Today we're going to have some people helping me wrap, and I'm going to need it all I can get people to help me wrap, because I'm not good at that. So here's a basket. It's already starting to get filled. I'll put it out in the lobby, and anything else, just put it around there.
Thank you so much.
Teresa and Dave that I'm too tall to be an elf.
No, you're not. Nobody's too tall to be an elf. Okay.
I think that's the dream.
One more announcement, Pam, just a second. Following service today, Kelly and crew are meeting in the hearth room. And so if you have a spare hour or two, we all could use your help doing craft things. And Kelly's going to explain all that to all the people that show up for it. If we fill up that area, we'll move into another area, but I'm not sure we'll fill it up. Anyway,
Willing to come help with all of that today? There's homemade pizza. Yes, and I want to do a blessing in advance at our Thanksgiving altar. We are in deep gratitude for everyone who was part of this Festival of Lights. If they do something small, if they do something big, we are grateful. We're grateful for everyone who donates and participates, and we see this Festival of Lights as being the most amazing, successful, prosperous way to bless and be blessed in our community. So we're going to give thanks in advance for the most wonderful one ever. They get better every year. And for our Festival of Lights and all of the people that contribute and are part of it, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. And so it is. Our blessings fill the place, and now we'll fill it with goodies.
so with that, that's all we're going to do as far as announcements, which allows us to actually close this circle, take a deep breath, have some fellowship, and have a chance to sign up on all these little clipboards. You're never too
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as Creator, united all are we. Yes, we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me.
Yes, this is our moment now. With every breath I take, yes, this is my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. And we know the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Go forth blessed and blessing. Happy Thanksgiving. Woo! What?
cabin bowl there, that bent bowl.
Yes, yes, yeah. It's an
Okay, so you
old
get
one.
that in town?
No, that was Michael McKee is the one that bought it and gifted it to me.
I was asking Natalie.